What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another video on the channel. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about those post-E3 interviews that I was telling you guys about in a couple of videos before, about how we were going to be receiving some more Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND information in the E3 interviews that usually follow the event. And that did, in fact, happen. Nomura revealed a lot of information for Final Fantasy VII Remake, along with what you guys are probably interested in Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND. He actually reveals some pretty staggering information here. Like, I wasn't expecting anything super crazy, but he actually revealed some very interesting and promising information, and I'm going to go ahead and read it off to you. The Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND section is very short. He only gets asked about 4 questions from what I'm looking at. Before E3, a paid DLC Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND was revealed. What is the meaning of this title? I am often contacted by the public relations department and been told it's a reminder. It means something like reconfirmation, but at the same time, you're prompted to reply, this is what it means, but it also has a double meaning. So the meanings are reminder, reconfirmation, and heart regeneration. So it seems like Nomura didn't actually pick this title for Kingdom Hearts 3? That's a little weird. I figured this would have been something he picked because to me, Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND, it makes me think of, like he said, reminder, reconfirmation. And I guess that it does have to do with the DLC, but we'll just see. But it very much seems like he didn't fully pick the title. Or maybe like he had in his head, he wanted this DLC to be about reminding someone of something, and maybe he just went to the public relations department and they came up with the name for the DLC for him, but he already had that in his head. That's what I'm gonna go with. It's a pleasant surprise to hear that Riku, Aqua, and Roxas are playable. Is this a scene where we fight against the strongest class enemy, Limit Cut? No, you got it wrong. The elements shown during the video are included to the main story. It is not related to Limit Cut. The last thing shown during the video is a new Keela transformation, Oathkeeper, for Sora. It will be released simultaneously as a paid and a free DLC. I can't say much about the Limit Cut bosses for now, but it will contain a close amount of bosses like last time, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Okay, so this is where he confirms how Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is going to be having a similar boss count to Kingdom Hearts 3, or rather, I said that the opposite way, but you know what I mean. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have a similar boss count to Kingdom Hearts 2 FM, and I was not expecting that. What? Now, I don't know if he means that literally. I think the next part talks about it. But if he does, then that is crazy. Honestly, I would have been fine with like 5 extra bosses, but whoa, it seems like they might be going above and beyond for the Limit Cut episode. And also, nothing from the Limit Cut episode was shown in the DLC, as I figured. But moving on, he responds to the statement that he just made. What, 13? Isn't it way too much? It has plenty of surprises. The additional scenario as a whole contains the Limit Cut episode and bosses among others, along with the secret episode and boss. For a DLC, it's a self-sufficient volume. Oh my gosh. Every time Nomura talks about like surprises, like I just get really scared because I don't know what he's going to do to me, because if there's any surprises similar to what was in the epilogue, then I'm gonna go crazy. My theory right now is that the last bit of Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND, that trailer that we saw that had Luxord in it and Xigbar, I feel like the secret episode and boss are going to heavily connect to that. If Luxord is as important as I'm predicting he is, which might be a whole nother theory and video. But Nomura, he didn't hesitate in telling us that there was going to be as many bosses as there were in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. And the guy even said, what, 13? And he says it has plenty of surprises, and I'm shook. So from the sounds of this, like when you first hear 13 bosses, the first thing that's going to come to your head is, oh, data fights like Kingdom Hearts 2. We love the data fights, but they did have some new fights in there, like some of the fights from Rechain, like Vexen and Larxene and Zexine or Rienzo. Like, I think there were about 5 new fights. Everything that was an absent silhouette in Kingdom Hearts 2, those were the new fights that were also in the data fights, but everything else was pretty much just stronger versions of what we have fought before. before. And maybe we might be getting something like that as well in this, but the way Nomura is making it sound, I don't want to jump the gun here because I don't want to put any like super big expectations in your head like this, but what if it's all new bosses? Imagine that. That would be crazy. Maybe that theory of the foretellers being data fights, like maybe that was true. Or maybe better than the foretellers, the Union leaders from Union Cross. How crazy would that be? Or some of them rather. Yo, I am so excited for this. This sounds really cool. Like, my biggest issues with Kingdom Hearts 3, I've been on record saying this, my two biggest issues with the game outside of the other nitpicky stuff were I wanted the game to be way harder, which they fixed with critical mode, and I wanted way more bosses, and they're doing that. They're giving me way more bosses. Like, oh my gosh, this DLC is going to be so crazy. I can't wait. But that's not it though. We also have them talking about the release date right here. It will be released this winter, but is it at the end of the year or during the new year? Oh, hitting them with the good questions because I've been wondering that as well. Because there are parts where Zero Computer Entertainment Rating Organization is evaluated again, there are some things which I cannot see yet. But in my opinion, I do not want it to be too close to Final Fantasy VII Remake's release. I want the DLCs to come out quickly. Okay, so I really hope it releases before the end of the year. I'd say the earliest we can get this DLC will probably be like December. I feel like we'll know a release date for the DLC maybe in, I don't know, September, October, somewhere around there. I hope we don't get too many trailers of ReMIND because I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to know all the bosses. Well, I don't mind if we know all the bosses. It depends. It really depends. Like, it depends. Are these like big story boss fights? Like if we are actually fighting the foretellers, maybe like I'd rather only see like one or two of them. I don't want to know what the rest of the fights are like or anything. I just don't want to be spoiled too much because I feel like they did that with Kingdom Hearts 3. Like before release, they kind of showed a lot in trailers. Like they did really good with trailers up until like the last 3, I'd say, where they started showing Keyblade Graveyard, and that was when they started going a little overboard, I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't get me wrong, the Final Battle trailer and all that stuff were really good. Really well orchestrated trailers and got me more hyped for KH3 than I was already. But they showed way too much. They really did. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that's gonna be about it for today's video, guys. Like, that's it for the interview. That's everything right there. He told us a lot of information, and I'm very interested in what Nomura is cooking up for us in that DLC. The bosses part has me so excited, man. I cannot wait because I know I don't show this side of my channel as much. I do on my live streams, but I love Kingdom Hearts combat. The way Kingdom Hearts plays is so unique and special to me, and I love the way a lot of the games play. I love like how unique the series is to me, how unique the fights can be, how you can go about different ways of handling a fight, testing out different combos, links, summons, magic. I don't know, it's all really fun to me, and I just cannot wait to see what these bosses have to offer because, don't get me wrong, I love the Dark Inferno fight. I definitely think that fight is like one of the better bosses in the Kingdom Hearts series, but the problem with the boss isn't with the boss itself, it's more so that it's the only boss. Like, that fight definitely leaves you wanting a lot more because once you figure out Dark Inferno, that fight can be a little bit on the easier side. But overall though, I really cannot wait for what Nomura has for us in this DLC, and I want to hear some of your guys' predictions for the DLC in the comment section down below. Do you guys think we're going to get foreteller data battles, or is it going to be something completely new? Are we going to get that Yozora secret boss like I have been predicting? Like, what are we going to get? What do you guys think we're going to get? What story are they going to talk about? Let me know in the comment section down below because you guys come up with a lot of interesting ideas, and I love reading all of your ideas because they're so different from mine, and a lot of the times even better. But that's gonna be about it for today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.